I am here, people. I am here. It's all right. I just forgot to plug my mic in. For some reason, if I plug my phone into my computer, the microphone doesn't pick up. So, tonight, back with round 2 of P1RCs Multi-class Sunday League. A bit of a different one, this one. Last week, I don't even remember what we were racing in last week. GR2s, I believe. This week we're in the Fittipaldi. I don't even know what this car is, actually. I couldn't tell you. Let's have a look at race settings for tonight. In fact, let's not do that. Let's talk about this, because you lot can't see. So, we're live. Oh, that's round 1. Okay, yeah, so we were in this car last week. We are from Lado Maggiore this week. But the We Are Driven team are still supporting Archie's journey. So get yourselves over to www.justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. Donate if you can. Thank you very much. Part of the Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook. Find the Archie's journey link. Give it a click. The links will be in the description as well. Get on the Bailey Lowry Foundation. Click the like button on that one as well. Get yourselves over to We Are Driven. Show the love. All that sort of stuff. And yeah, get your money out. Archie's journey. Heard it here first. Right, merch still coming up, still coming up. It's not in my hands yet. I was hoping it was going to be. It might be this week. I'm hoping it's going to be this week. Dave. Stickers. The great big dark smoker one of the Teddy Mates, Teddy Mums. We have also got super snazzy shirts. They're coming as well. Again, not yet. I'm hoping to have those in my hands pretty damn soon as well. Right, let's get ourselves into some scores. So, leading the way after last week's racing. That's where we were, St. Croix last week. Mental Nev taking the win. Oh, did he take the win? I don't think he took the win, but he did get driver of the day, which gave him a couple of extra points. So, sits on the top of the minute with 31 points. Second place is P1RCs with 30.5 points. Third place is Dylan with 22.5 points. Benny is fourth with 19.5. Also fourth is Mocking Weeks, 19.5. Picking up fastest lap in race 1 for Mocking Weeks. Raoul picking up fastest lap in race 2. P1 Champ in 6th with 17 points. CJW Racing reserve driver. He picked up 7th place last week, so 14 points for him. We jumped down to 8th, 13.5 points for Reg GT. 9th is Manny with 13 points. 10th is Baggy with 9.5. 3 drivers on 7 points. So we've got Valium, Aldo, and Tatey 11th, 12th, and 13th, or joint 11th, depending on how you want to look at that. Dodgy in 14th with 4.5 points. Just click that one open. Pilgrim in 15th with 1.5 points. No points on the board for Don. Reserve drivers there, and it just says at the bottom there. So the team captains, we've got first, second, and third. We've got the Bionic Sendits, Mental Asylum Racing, and Caspicum Anum Vidi, which means the Potato Men, or something like that. I forget what you were, coronavirus last week, weren't you? You might be sticking with that this week, but Bionic Sendits are leading the way with 83.5 at the minute. Mental Asylum Racing are on 69 points, and the Potato Men, or the Coronavirus Boys, on 64.5 points. Is that all I've got to show you? Oh no, we've got so this screen here just shows fastest lap. So we've got Mocking Weeks for the feature race last week, taking the fastest lap, and Raoul for the sprint. Mental Nev taking pole and driver of the day. Right, let's get ourselves into this stream and have a look at this god-awful car. Let's just see what we're set up at. It is a Group X car, okay. I think they've no limit on. I think they've just got it as standard. Racing hards only. Interesting. So yes, the multi-class league. All the drivers were asked to pick a car and a track. We all did so, me included. And the combinations, I'm not sure if they were pulled out of a hat, but yeah, this Fittipaldi or whatever it's called is a new car on me. I don't even think I've seen it yet. Looks like a Ferrari, but looks like a bit of a cheap rip-off Americanized version. Everything looking a bit stealth bombery. You know what I mean. Let's have a look. There it is. It doesn't look too bad now. It's up close and personal. Team liveries again tonight for all the different teams. Right, stick the usual nonsense on for you lot. So, no hot laps on the board yet. Let's go back a few drivers. And we'll go for a bit of an onboard lap with P1 Valium. So down the start, finish straight, hard on the brakes into the 90-degree left. There's a bit of acceleration into the hairpin right. Again, you've just got to be so careful. I don't know what these cars are like with traction control, etc. or how much power they're holding. Through the left into the almost hairpin. Well, it feels like a hairpin, but it is actually just slightly over 90. Always feels like a hairpin. That one down the hill then into one of the most awkward turns in Gran Turismo, I think. You have to hang it right out wide here to the very last second and then swing it in. And the corner's already turning in. Valium then all over the rear of Baggy as we come into the chicane. Baggy gone a little bit wide through there. There nicely, picks up a bit of grass on the exit as to be expected. Big chunks of curb on the way through there, up and over the hill. Full power as they run down the hill. 175, what we're going to get up to? About 184. Hard on the brakes then, into this almost hairpin, grabbing as much of that apex as possible. Oh, a little bit wide on the sand for Valium there. Keeps it on track though. Through the sweeping left. To the slightly sharper right, can carry a lot of speed through there. So down into this final section of the circuit, double right-hander coming up here, running it out wide to the apex and then back in. Through the left-hander down the hill, again running it all the way out wide, turning in just at the end of that curb. Got to be careful not to run it out wide here as well. Back on the power again then for Valium. We'll see what sort of time he puts in. What's he got? 154.0. Pushes it down to 5th. So let's run through times then. Raoul currently sitting on pole, 151.3. Red GT second, 152.6. So Raoul's got 1.3 second lead over anyone at the minute on the grid. Dylan a 152.6. Manny's got a 153.5. Champ a 153.7. A little bit of damage on for Champ. Oh, Raoul's gone wide in the background. Valium, we've just been on board with a 154.0. Aldo 7th, 154.1. Benny in 8th, 155.5. Tatey's got a 156.1. Dodgy 158.5. Baggy's got a 2-minute 2. Gravel has got a 152.6. New driver, big shout out to Gravel. He's just subscribed tonight. Thank you very much, mate. Dodgy going backwards. Yeah, that's that right hand elbow that feels like a hairpin. 158.5 for Dodgy, sitting in 11th. Pushes Baggy down, 202. Mockin, what's he got? First hot lap, 152.7, puts him up into 4th. Move back down to where we were. Where were we? Tatey, Gravel, we looked at 157.6. Dodgy we'd seen. Baggy now 13th with that 202. And Pilgrim now back of the pack. 208 on the clock for him, but that was an outlap by the look of it. GT going faster, 152.3 up into 2nd. Still a 2nd back from Raoul's fastest. There he is, parked up. So half an hour feature race, and then a little bit of a break, and then the top half of the grid gets reversed, and the bottom half of the grid gets reversed. So I believe it's 1 to 8. In race 2 go 8 to 1. They're obviously finished positions. And the same for 9th to 15th. Well, yeah, I suppose it's not too bad a looking car. Tried to make an F1 car with a bit of a body shell, haven't they? Looking at that front wing. So only 7 minutes into quali, plenty of time left to put a few more laps in. So Raoul's still on that pole position. Reg GT still 2nd. We'll just stick with him. He's just coming around this final turn. Let's see what he puts in. You boys deciding these cars, even though you've never driven them before, you just thought you'd make it a little bit harder by sticking the hard tyres on. Fair play to you. 152.6 though for Reg. Consistent 152s. Dylan's left the race and come back, so no time on the clock, but he's got himself in 3rd. Mocking Weeks, we were just watching 152.7 for 4th. Manny lap 2. Champ lap 2, Valium lap 2, Aldo lap 2, Benny gone quicker, 154.5 up into 9th. Aggie also a couple more positions, 155.0 up into 10th. Tatey as well, gone quicker. What's he got now? 155.5, so moves up a position. Pilgrim's backwards, getting it wrong, coming out of the hairpin. So we'll see how new driver Gravel gets on tonight. Idle 4, evening mate. Yeah, so feature race of 30 minutes, sorry, and then a reverse grid, or reverse front half and reverse back half. Sprint race for race 2, 15 minutes. So they've still got about 5 minutes left of this qualifying. Reg carrying loads of speed through there. What's he got? Still trying to better that time. That's another 152.5. Can't beat that 152.3 as of yet. Morning, all is well. Yeah, all is well. I've got a week off work, so it's got to be good, hasn't it, mate? I've borrowed a PlayStation VR. I'm going to try and make myself vomit. I was just having a razz on Ace Combat before I got on here. That had the stomach going, I'll tell you that. Flipping myself upside down. Do like a bit of Ace Combat. Oh, Dylan gone quicker. What's he put in? A 152.2. Some practice starts going on just before the race actually kicks off for real. Pushes Reg DT down a spot though. So then Reg GT and Dylan swapping positions. Mocking Weeks, he stays where he is. Champ 5th. Manny in 6th. Benny 7th. Valium in 8th. Oh, we've only got 10-minute quali. It looks like we might only have 10 minutes quali. Aldo in 9th. Baggy 10th. Tatey 11th. Gravel 12th. Pilgrim 13th. Dodgy 14th. No P1 Dom tonight, unfortunately. So one driver down, which I believe they've... Obviously, if there's a driver down, that puts the other teams at an advantage. So they take the top 4 scores from the teams, I believe. Here we go then, yes. 10-minute quali. I do like Lago Maggiore. It's a really good circuit for racing. Plenty wide enough to get some side-by-side action along some of these long straights. See how they get on in these Fittipaldis. Here we go then, race 1. Don't worry, I've not got coffee to go cold tonight, people. I've got fizzy pop. Back on the brown fizzy pop for the minute. Right, what view are you going to give me, PlayStation? Something shocking, a pit wall, no doubt. What are you going to give me? Come on. No, no, come on. There we go, that's what I want. See how they get on into turn 1. In fact, let me get myself halfway up. Lights are out, then they're away. So Raul takes the lead, Dylan slots in behind him. Reg GT trying to go up the inside of Dylan there. It's not going to work out. Everyone getting through turn 1 cleanly so far. Manny getting bumped out of the way at the hairpin. Valium coming through. Everyone cleanly. Oh, no, we've got a driver in the wall in the background. Let's go and see who that is. Pilgrim just getting himself straight. So he got it all wrong through turn 2. Put it in the wall. Luckily, no damage on his car, so just trying a little bit hard on the cold softs. He's got half an hour to try and make up that time. Right, up front. Raul then leading, already pulled half a second over Dylan. Dylan got 0.4 from Reg GT. Top 3 are already making a bit of a gap from 4th place Mocking. Nearly a second back to the 4th place driver. Champ 5th. Oh, big chunks of sand there for Champ and Mocking. Champ might be going for a move down here. Down the inside, he's going to get this position done, carrying all the speed into this. Oh, Mocking Weeks outbreaks him though. Who's going to win? Mocking Weeks has had to run wide. Champ struggles getting the power down though. Allows Mocking Weeks to come back. He's got the advantage through this turn. Champ almost held his nose down the inside of Mocking Weeks there, but lost out in the end. Mocking Weeks 4th, then Champ 5th. Got to be so careful on these hard tyres. So Benny's 6th, Valium all over his rear end as they come around to finish this first lap. William giving Aldo some shouts. Let's see what Valium can do down this start-finish straight. He might be close enough for a move down here. It's quite a short straight, but it can be done. There goes to chuck himself down the inside, but it's only going to put him at a disadvantage into turn 2. He's got to be careful. He's got Manny in the background hunting that position as well. So Valium has to resign himself to 7th again for now. Manny in 8th. Here he is. Williams' mate Aldo sitting in 9th at the minute. He's almost a second back from Manny, but he has got about a second clear from Dodgy behind him. Sorry, Baggy behind him. Dodgy's another 5 second back. He's coming under pressure from Tate. He slips one up the inside. The awkward right-hander. So up into 11th. Gravel, where are you going? All the way off track in 14th for Gravel. I don't know if it's Gravel or Gravel. Canadian, I'm going to say it's Gravel, the French. So Raoul then 1.6 second lead he's got over Dylan. Dylan's also kept his lead over Reg, but they both dropped 4th place. Mockin Weeks 2 seconds gap back to Mockin now. Champ almost a second back in 5th. Let's get ourselves a little bit of... Oh, Dylan goes for a drift through the little left-hander there, coming onto the end of lap 2. Did well to keep that in a straight line. Let's put him under pressure from Reg GT though. Again, I don't think you're going to do it, Reg. A little bit too far back. Both drivers keep it well controlled through there. Slightly better line for Reg GT. Nowhere for him to go though. Dylan's car just blocking his way through. Kind of get a move done down the hill. Needs to get right on his rear end. Maybe a little bit wide. Dylan's just able to pull off. Oh, getting the hard tyres, just causing these boys 1 or 2 little problems. I can hear them struggling to stop, struggling to start. Struggling to get that power down, that's for sure, in these hards. Dylan just escaping then. Still only a second between them, but it could seem like a lifetime. Again, the hard tyres in these Fittipaldis just causing 1 or 2 issues. Mockin Weeks has closed that gap back up though. 1.5 seconds between himself and Reg. Managed to drop Champ 1.7 seconds back now. Benny actually looks like he's closing up, 1.2 seconds back. He is 1.1 seconds back, closing up. Will be well within slipstream range soon. Valiant then got himself past Manny up into 7th. Manny 8th now. Aldo still hanging on in 9th. Only 0.7 back, so as long as he sticks with Manny, he should get a tow. A little bit of a gap now back to Baggy, just over a second. Tatey then. So big gaps in front. He's got 6 seconds to try and catch up with Baggy. He's under a bit of pressure from Pilgrim. Got himself past Dodgy and Gravel now. Pilgrim after getting it wrong in turn 2. Dodgy 13th. And Gravel 14th. Raoul then continues to extend his lead. He's certainly got the bionic foot turned on tonight. Let's go. Watch how smooth the steering inputs are and stuff. He's a one-turn kind of guy. There's no chopping at the wheel with our man Raoul. Continues to extend 4.3 seconds. Liking these Fittipaldis then, the German. Don't forget you get your... I'll start that sentence again. Don't forget to get yourselves over to the We Are Driven page. Give it a like, get yourselves over to the Archie's Journey page as well. Dylan, get off the grass. And the Bradley Lowry Foundation page, go give the old thumbs up for those. Reg GT still hunting down Dylan. Get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey as well. Donate on there if you can. Dylan does take turn 1 quite deep. It does allow Reg GT to close up every time. Is it not giving me an onboard mirror? No, that's it. Oh. Just able to pull away from Reg GT. Lockie Weeks has been unable to close that gap up either. So still 1.5 seconds back from Mockin. Champ though, 3.5 seconds back. Valium holding 6. Benny's got through as well. He's managed to get past Manny. Oh, Valium, where have you gone? Oh, I think that was... Oh dear, oh dear. Valium just getting involved with Manny there, slowing him down. That's allowed Aldo to come past. Baggy might be able to slot one down the inside here as well. Where's Baggy? Baggy. Where's he gone? He is. Already slipped one through into 8th. Manny just getting that exit of the hairpin wrong as well, losing a bit more time. Tatey as well getting it wrong, so that allowed Valium back through. Starting to hot up then, 10 minutes into race 1. Tatey getting it wrong through the hairpin. Pilgrim going to be closing up on him then. Gravel's got himself up into 13th. Dodgy has done something. Now sitting in 14th, 7 seconds back. German now 5.5 seconds up front. Dylan and Reg GT still at it. Nothing in it between them. Weeks still lurking in the background as well. Looks like he might have lost a little bit more time. We're closing up through there. Rich GT getting everything he can to try and close that gap up on Dylan in front. Kicking up sparks as they come down the hill. GT closes up again then, coming around the hairpin. And again through the sweeping left into the sweeping right. Dylan taking all sorts of lines through there to avoid getting overtaken by Reg. Trying to keep that gap. Well, there's some all 4 wheels off the circuit going on here from Dylan. Doesn't look like penalties are on. GT got to try it all again. Those tighter lines for Dylan is just what's keeping him in front of Reg GT. That's Flicker Cells. How far back is Mocking Week? Still 1.5, so yeah, he's not quite able to close that gap up. Livery's looking good on the cars again tonight. Archie's Journey in the We Are Driven logos smashed all over them. So surprising then, Benny's got himself up into 6th. Managed to avoid the chaos that was kicking off in front of him. Aldo 7th. Valium 8th. Baggy 9th under pressure from Manny. Manny slots himself through then. Baggy trying to get on the power, hold the line into the next turn. He's just got the advantage into the chicanes. And he has got to try and close him down. He's already looking to close that gap. Oh, a little bit twitchy there from Bags. And he then already up the inside. Not a lot Baggy can do about this. Almost side by side through the hairpin as well. Manning taking the slightly tighter line, so he does get himself up front. Baggy with a great big "We Are Driven" logo on the roof. Has to slot himself back into 10th then. So Pilgrim 11th. Tatey 12th. Gravel in 13th. Dodgy's actually closing that gap up 4 seconds. Sitting in 14th at the minute for Dodgy. Right, what have you done, Raoul? Have you come in for new tyres? Fuel? Yes, you have. Got yourself in 4th position, have you? Okay, so, oh yeah, there's no fuel in this one, just tyre wear. So 16 minutes in. Sorry, 14 minutes in, 16 minutes remaining. Dylan now leads. Reg GT second, Mocking Weeks third. Raoul's been in the pits and back out. Fresh set of tyres on for him. He's now 5.5 back from Mocking. That's 7 seconds back from race leader. Will we see the other drivers pit? These hard diet tyres do work well for an awful long time. So Dylan started to pull a bit of a lead himself from Reg GT. 1.3 seconds the gap there. That's allowed Mocking Weeks to close that gap up again, only by a 10th or 2, but it's enough just to put that pressure on Reg GT, make the beads of sweat slowly accumulate on his forehead. So leader for the first stint, Raoul sitting in 4th, fresh set of boots. He's got Champ Champ now 2 seconds behind him. Again, Champ Champ not stopped either. Benny in that 6th position. Aldo actually putting the pressure on him as well. Just half a second between them. Champ Champ comes in the pits this lap. Benny chucks himself in as well. Aldo comes in. Who else came in out of that lot? Was it Mocking Weeks? Yes, it was. So Mocking Weeks just been in then. Fresh set of tyres. He now comes out in 4th. 10 seconds back from Raoul. Does that gain him any advantage on the Reg GT Dylan fight up front? We'll see when these boys come in. So they're now doing 2 more laps than Raoul on these tyres. They're doing 1 extra lap so far than Mocking Weeks. Raoul is chopping time out. He's got that down to 4.3 seconds. It was about 5.2 when he came out of the pits. Mocking Weeks nearly 11 seconds back. Are we going to see top 2 drivers coming in? Or are they going to try and brave out a no stopper? Gap's coming down pretty rapidly then for Raoul. He's got the gap between himself and Reg GT down to 3.1 seconds, and between himself and race leader down to 5.1 seconds. It was 7 seconds last time we looked. Reg GT does come in now. So that releases, well, when it goes to Raoul, it releases Raoul back into 2nd. So he's now less than 5 seconds back from Dylan. So Mocking Weeks gets turn 1 all wrong. Has Reg GT come out of the pits side by side with Mocking Weeks. teammates have had a little bit of a coming together into turn one, have they? A bit of an avoiding action into turn one. It's cost Mocking Weeks, that's for sure. So Champ Champ's also stopped. He's holding that 5th position. Benny stopped as well, 6th. Aldo stopped for 7th. Valium's closing up on him for 8th. Manny 9th. Baggy in 10th. Tatey 11th. Dodgy in 12th. Gravel in 13th. Pilgrim in 14th. All drivers stopped except Dylan then. So still holding 4.4 seconds over Raoul. He's got 11.5 minutes to try and hold off. Because the later he leaves it, the closer the other drivers are getting to him as well. So if he does decide to come in near the end of the race, it's going to cost him a little bit more. He is losing big chunks of time to Raoul. Raoul's got that gap down to just over 4 seconds. Dylan comes in the pits now then. That will release Raoul. Shouldn't take him long in the pits, I don't think. He's not even at his pit box yet. So Reg DT comes through. Mocking Weeks follows him through. Dylan just coming out the pit entrance now. Manny all over his rear end then when he comes through there. Mocking Weeks close as well. But Raoul playing it right. He's now kept himself a 10.5 or 10.4 second lead over Dylan. And only 10.5 minutes left to try and make anything of it. Reg GT 1.3 seconds back. Mocking Weeks, unfortunately, after catching the grass in turn one, he's now lost about 4/10 out of this fight. He's got it up to 1.9 second the gap. So Champ Champ holding 5th. Under no threat from Benny at the minute. Benny holding 6th. Aldo still pretty close. Valium looking pretty dangerous as well. Are all three of you on the same team? No. Okay, so Valium and Aldo are in the same team. Can they work together to close the gap up on Benny in front? Valium closing that gap up on Aldo in front though. A little bit too far back to make it work into the hairpin, but closing up nonetheless. Benny, unfortunately, just stretching his lead out there a little bit. 2.3 seconds he's now got off of Aldo. So Raoul through turn one, turn two. He's lost a bit of that lead. Just getting through some back markers by the look of it. Gap down to 9.2 seconds between himself and Dylan. Still holding 1.7 between himself and Reg. Similar gap between himself and Mocking Weeks. Raoul is having a nice comfortable race here then. Minutes remaining. Raoul still holding 9.3 second lead. Dylan's starting to break from Reg GT. Still Mocking Weeks managing to hold that gap. Don't forget to vote for Driver of the Day, people. They do get extra points in the championship for it. So Champ Champ having a lonely race. Eight seconds in front to the top four. Oh, Champ Champ. There was some chopping at his steering wheel right then. 8.5 back, keep it out of the wall as well, Champ. 8.5 back from Mocking Weeks in front, and he's got 8 seconds back to Benny, nearly 9 seconds back to Benny. Time stretching between Benny and Aldo as well, 2.5 seconds. Valium not able to close that gap up on Aldo either. And he's sitting in 9th, slowly closing that gap up on Valium in front. 3 seconds it is there. So Baggy another 7, nearly 8 seconds down in 10th. He's got a good 6 seconds over Tatey. So Dodgy is another 49 seconds back. He's coming under increased pressure now from Gravel. Finally got to grips with these Fittipaldis. 1.2 seconds to try and close up on Dodgy. Pilgrim, unfortunately, 34.5 seconds back in 14th. So just losing a second there, Raoul, but the timer is running down, so just over 5.5 minutes left. Looks like Raoul is starting to just take it a little bit easy. Dylan then, no chance he's going to be able to close that gap up before the end of the race, not without Raoul sticking it in the sand or into the wall. Reg GT losing more time, 3 seconds back now. Mocking Weeks has been able to close that gap up though. Champ 5th. Again, just a lonely one for him the last 5 minutes by the look of it. Valium 7th. So we've missed Benny out. Benny's 11 seconds back from Champ. Oh, so Valium's got himself past Aldo. Aldo now under pressure from Manny. Valium up into 7th then. Can Aldo hold this 8th? Manny looking dangerous coming to the end of this race. Four minutes 20. Pilgrim just pulling over to stay out of the way. Can Manny get this position off of Aldo before the end of this race? I just want to keep this eye on the Valium Benny battle in front as well. That's a little bit close. Manny closing up then through that chicane section, trying to stick in the slipstream as they come up and over the hill. Aldo's gone defensive. Manny gets a better exit though. Can he hold the speed into this next left-hander? No, he can't. Can he hold it into the right? No, he backs out. Allows Aldo to keep that position. So Manny's still in 9th. 3 minutes remaining. Raoul's got his lead back up to 9.5 seconds. No messing about. Just got to carve his way through the back markers then, Raoul. He's got 2 to contend with. Apologies, 3. There's 2 guys pretty close together, in fact. Right, where are they? Oh, is it just Dodgy? Oh, it's just Dodgy. It looks like 2 cars on track. So Raoul then gets himself past Gravel on the exit of the chicanes. Lost a bit of time through there, lost a second navigating his way past gravel. Only 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. It's going to take an amazing move by Dylan, possibly like chopping half the course off or something. Find a little shortcut. GT still losing a bit of time. Mocking Weeks has been unable to close that gap up. Then making his way through more back markers, just dodgy left, and then he's got a clean track in front of him. Swings himself out left then to get himself past dodgy. Final lap then for Raoul. Still losing another second trying to get past dodgy there. 7.2 seconds the gap is down to, but he has only got this final lap to do. Just managed to stretch his lead from start to finish as Raoul. Dylan's done everything he can. Reg GT tried as well. None of them able to cope with the bionic foot of the German. Mocking Weeks lost a bit of time to Reg GT. 2.4 seconds the gap to. He's going to keep the position though. Champ's another 14 seconds back. Benny nearly 10 seconds back. Valium 2 seconds back. Aldo another 3.5, still managed to hold that position from Manny. Will he get it before the end of this race? Manny spins the rears up, trying to get the power down a bit early. Baggy holding 10th, having a little bit of a lonely race as well. Tatey also having a lonely race. 5 seconds back from Bags, 57 seconds to Dodgy. Dodgy sitting in 12th, Gravel 13th, but under pressure from, oh, that's Dylan coming up behind him. Pilgrim going for a bit of off-roading in his Fittipaldi. So race leader Raoul then comes into this final section. Only 3 turns to go for the German. Into the double right, through the sweeping left. Down the hill, final left-hand turn to go. There it is, Raoul taking the win in race 1. Backwards across the line as well in the Fittipaldi. 7.5 seconds clear of second place Dylan. HGT is going to come home 3rd backwards. Mocking Weeks 4th. Champ's going to hold 5th. Aldo has still held off Manny so far. Champ giving it a... Oh, what are you doing, Champ? Slowing down as he's coming up to the line. Takes the 5th then. Benny is going to take 6th. Valium did close him up. So Aldo hold on to that 8th position. Manny couldn't get past him, but there's a good pirouette across the line for 9th. Dodgy's already crossed the line. So Baggy comes home to take 10th. Tatey takes 11th. Dodgy's already crossed the line. Gravel's already crossed the line, and Pilgrim is parked up. That's some decent racing in race 1. Still got the sprint race to go, 15 minutes. The top 8 reverse grid and the bottom 7 reverse grid. Why are you rolling backwards up the track, Pilgrim? Stop it. Yeah, big shout out to Gravel or Gravel, whatever his name is, who subscribed. Michael Gravel, I'm saying. Thank you very much. And somebody else as well, 543. I don't know who number 543 is. 542 was Michael. But it doesn't tell me who 543 is. Well, not yet. Anyway. Oh, hello, Pilgrim. Made your way back to Sears, have you? While we wait, still another 50 seconds for this timer to run out. Pilgrim. Oh, no, he has got steering on. Okay. Not sure if he'd abandoned ship. So everyone else has just got to pootle around for the next 30 seconds. Good effort, Mockin, unable to take that position off of Reg GT though. There it is, timer ticked over then. German driver taking the win in race 1. So we'll have a few minutes break while they just jiggle about with settings and lobbies and things like that. Then we jump into race 2. Like I say, the top 8 reverse grid and the bottom 7 reverse grid, or the top 6 because there's only 6 drivers in the bottom half. And then we go again for the shorter sprint race. Different, slightly different setup. You can change tyres in this one, I believe. Not sure if they changed the tyre wear, but I don't think it's hards in this one. So yes, we have got a 5-minute break, so that gives me a little bit of a chance to go kabloomo. Don't forget, I've got some shirts coming out soon. I've got 50 on order. 20 large, 20 medium, 5 extra large and 5 smalls. So as and when they drop, I'll let you lot know. Also got the stickers coming out as well. So I've got plenty of these coming, don't you worry people. Plenty of those to go about as well. And while we're on a break, squeeze that in, why not? And a bit of that as well. Archie's Journey. Get yourselves over justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey. Bradley Lowry Foundation on Facebook. Archie's Journey on Facebook. And We Are Driven on Facebook. Click, like, all that sort of stuff. Donate things. Alright? Do stuff. So Reg GT and Mocking Weeks did have a little bit of a coming together, coming out of the pits. Thought they did. Reg GT just saying to Mocking Weeks, I was letting you go when they came out of the pits, and Mocking Weeks saying, yeah, he got a little bit distracted. He looked at Reg GT instead of looking at his braking point, and yeah, that's why we saw him gathering it back up off the grass in turn 1. So I hope you've all clicked like and watched the GTTCC teaser video for this season. Another great bit of work by CJW Racing. Yeah, definitely something to whet the appetite. You could do that while you've got a couple of minutes. You could pop out of this stream, go watch the video, drop a little like, comment, come back here. Go on then. I'll see you in a minute. I'll let you know everything that happens if you miss the race start, alright? there you go. That's why Reg GT's got his power up round here. He's been doing sneaky laps with Raoul during the week. Obviously, Reg GT not fitted with a bionic foot, therefore Raoul wins. Can't be fair. Can't be fair, really, can it? There's got to be some kind of advantage to be had by having a bionic leg. That 6th viewer, I did have 6 viewers. That number 6 viewer better have disappeared to go and watch that video and come back in a second. And if they have disappeared to leave to watch the video and they don't come back, they better not leave a comment or I'll know who it is. They disappeared and didn't come back. Gripped. So yeah, I'm going to chuck myself straight back into the VR as soon as these lot are finished ripping around here. My mate's bringing me some Move controllers tomorrow so I can hack and slash a bit as well. I'll end up smashing stuff because I'm 6.5 foot tall and the room I'm in is about 6 foot. With a desk, TVs, computers. Yeah. Could quite easily be some damage. 4 viewers. God damn it. You better have gone to watch that video. Start hunting mans down. Waiting on Dylan. What do you mean we're waiting on Dylan? What are we waiting on Dylan for? Where's he gone? Has he had to nip the toilet? Aldo, of course you can join back, Aldo. Race hasn't started, you're in. Yeah, you could try that. That's what happens when my wheel goes wrong, just while the PlayStation's still powered up. Yank that USB out, shove it back in. Works every time. Sorted. There you go. Forget turning the PlayStation on and off. Rag it. So, race 2 coming up then. 15 minutes at the same circuit. There we go. What tyres have people got on? Has Mocking Week still got hard tyres? Everyone, is it hard tyres only for this race? Oh, it might just be because they've not actually started the race. We'll see. But yeah, it might be hard for race 2 as well. So as mentioned, top 8 reverse grid and the bottom half of the table also reverse grid. What tyres have you got on here? Racing hard again. Okay. Right, on board with 6th place Reg GT. Let's get ourselves out of the car a little bit. See what's going on. So we're away then into this 15-minute race. Aldo leading the way into turn 1, but does look like Valium's trying to get down the inside of him. Teammates in there then. Valium slots himself through into second. Into first. Aldo second. Champ third. Benny fourth. Mocking Weeks and Reg GT teammates as well. Just got to be a little bit careful you don't take your teammate out. So the top 6, 2 pairs of teams. Aldo dropping down the order now though, all the way down to 4th. He's going to lose this 4th position to Reg GT, who we're on board with. Why did I think you were Manny? Because there's too many Irish in this group. Oh, Benny going a little bit wrong. That's cost Reg GT. It's all kicking off behind. Aldo's coming back for that 4th position. Dylan's trying to slot one down the inside at the chicane as well. Does so, but Reg GT's got the advantage into the next bit of the turn. Nowhere for him to go though, so Dylan does get through. GT get these positions back. Teammates Dylan and Aldo using each other's slipstream. Nowhere to go. Aldo just outbraking himself, clapping the back end of Benny's. Amazing, he didn't take Benny out at the speed he was carrying. He's taken himself out, chucked himself into the sand. Back on track at 12th position. Mocking Weeks has had a terrible start as well. Mocking Weeks is all the way down into 14th. So Aldo, Mocking Weeks now sitting at the back of the pack, got to punch their way through. Trying to get past Dodgy, both drivers do so. They've not got a lot of time to do it either. So Valium still leading, Champ second. In 3rd. So we've got the Mental Asylum in 1st. We've got the Bionic Sendits in 2nd. Bionic Sendits in 3rd as well. Mental Asylum in 4th. Is that Mental Asylum in 5th for Raoul? Nope. No, he's the Bionic Sendits, of course he is, because it's his team. GT then for the Potato Men, holding 6th. These top 6 are keeping it pretty damn close. Nowhere through for anyone. Oh, a little bit wide there for Raoul. That's allowed Reg GT to come sweeping through. Carries good speed as well. To get past Dylan, he can't do it. Oh, swings himself back out to the right to try and get the advantage into the turn. Back into the slipstream, try and get the line as well through here. Raoul chucks one back up the inside though. It's not worked out for him. Not able to carry the speed. It's a good idea, but it didn't quite pan out. So Champ's got himself past Valium. He's starting to pull a little bit of a gap then. Is Valium going to start being a cork in the bottle for these lot and allow Champ to just squeeze himself out? A little bit wide through there as Valium. That's allowed Dylan through. Benny's side by side with him as well, coming through these last couple of turns. Raoul's pushing his way through. Oh, he does do as well. Nothing Reg GT could do about that. He had nowhere to go with Benny in front of him. So the 2 German drivers using the slipstream. Reg GT trying to chuck one back up the inside of Raoul though. It does. Oh, Valium's off track. Back on though, side by side with Raoul. And this hairpin 3 wide through there, you maniacs. As GT holds out though, keeps hold of that 4th. Raoul in 5th, Valium now 6th. All kicking off in these early stages. So Champ leading, only 0.6 of a second from Dylan now though. Benny holding 3rd. 0.4 back from Dylan. He's now got a second between himself and Reg. Reg is doing anything he can to keep the other German behind him. Got Valium then starting to drop off the back of these top 5. 0.7 of a second. It's extending as well, almost 0.8, 0.9. He's another 2.8 seconds back in 7th. He's under pressure from Manny. Manny chucking himself down the inside at the hairpin. Can Baggy running around the outside? No, he can't then. Manny up into 7th, sweeps through past Baggy then to take that position off him. Baggy 8th. Mocking Weeks is slowly chopping his way through the pack, but not quick enough to get back up the front, I don't think. So sitting in 9th at the minute. So past Aldo sitting in 10th, also getting past Pilgrim in 11th. 12th as well, Dodgy 13th, Gravel 14th. Aldo also getting a little bit wrong. Where have we gone? Aldo also getting it a little bit wrong into the long downhill section, into the hairpin. Just outbraked himself a little bit. Pirouetted onto the sand, so now sits in 10th position. So Dylan closed that gap up on Champ Champ. How long is he going to be able to hold him off for? Good exit there again for Dylan. Tail happy for Champ Champ. You see Dylan chuck one up the inside here. No, backs out of that. Oh, tiny bit of contact between the two. Pushes Champ Champ tiny bit wide. That's going to allow Aldo to come through. Sorry, to Dylan to come through, but Champ Champ carrying the speed into the chicane. Slings it back across track right in front of Dylan. Thank you, I'll take that top spot back. That does put Dylan in a good position to make a move down the hill. Raul has got himself back past Benny now. Champ Champ goes slightly defensive. He's going to make Dylan run around the outside. If he wants this position, he's going to make him work for it. Carries better speed on the exit. He should be able to get this position done. Side by side with Champ Champ through the left. Got himself up in front though. Oh, tiny bit of contact between himself and Champ Champ. It's allowed Benny to come back up the inside. Benny then taking race lead, and Raul's looking to follow him through. Oh, a little bit wide there for Dylan. He's kept it on track though, but that's put him under all sorts of pressure from Raul, Champ Champ and and Red GT. Blocked up behind him in a minute. Back onto this start-finish straight then. Halfway through this one. Oh, Red GT. Oh. Dylan then just outbraked himself. He's had to go deep into turn 1, and he's allowed 3 drivers past him. Raul, Champ Champ and Red GT all making their way through. It's going to put him under increased pressure from Valium as well. So that little mistake has cost Dylan 4 spots. He's got his teammate closing down on him as well, just 0.8 of a second back. Manny in 7th. Maggie in 8th. Mocking Weeks looking for the move down the inside of the hairpin. So moves up another position, Mocking. So Maggie 9th. Aldo 10th. Tatey 11th. Oh, Tatey. Bit of a different line into that turn. Dodgy sitting 12th. Gravel back up into 13th, so he's got himself back past Pilgrim. Pilgrim possibly spun it around somewhere. It's a fair chunk back, 8.3 seconds. So still kicking off in the background here. Raul, the 2 Germans in 1st and 2nd. Champ Champ now 3rd. GT 4th, Dylan 5th. Oh, Dylan 5th and into the wall. It's going to slow him down as well. Raul's gone deep. Champ Champ comes through to take 2nd. GT thought he'd have a little bit of a go as well. Didn't quite work out for him either. Goes deep. Now Raul can come back at him down this start-finish straight. Have the inside line if Champ Champ can hold the position. No, he's not carrying anywhere near enough speed. Red GT slings himself past as well. Who's going to win out into this turn 1, into turn 2? Red GT, oh, and Champ Champ side by side through there. That should just give Red GT the advantage through here, but it will give Champ Champ the advantage into the next turn. But Dylan slots himself down the inside of the pair of them. Tries to take those positions side by side, coming down the hill now for these two. Does look like Red GT has just got the advantage coming down the hill, but no. Champ Champ outbrakes him. Dylan slots one through down the inside as well, but can't carry the speed on the exit. GT doing anything he can, trying to get one up the inside of the chicanes. Tough battle for third, fourth and fifth at the minute. Wow, just stretching his legs a little bit from those three behind. He has allowed Benny to disappear. He's now 1.2 seconds down the road with 4 minutes remaining. Oh, Reg GT's gone far too fast into that turn. He's lost the positions to Dylan and Raoul again. And that's just, sorry, Dylan and Champ Champ. And that's just allowed the gap between themselves and Raoul to extend again. So this is what they've got to contend with. Cars everywhere. So Champ Champ holding the final podium position. Dylan and Reg GT fighting out for that one. Valium slotting himself into that fight as well. Dukes, evening brother. Reg GT using all that track side by side with Dylan though, carrying the extra speed, so Dylan gets himself up front. Is Reg GT going to be able to sling one up the inside? No. He's having to go a little bit defensive from Valium behind him. He's so careful through that hairpin, so careful. Right, 3 minutes remaining. Let's run through the pack. Benny leads. He's now only got half a second from Raoul. Teammates in this one, so there should be no comings together. Champ Champ in third, also for Team Bionic Sendits. Fourth place for Mental Asylum. Fifth place for the Potato Men. Sixth place, what are you? Mental Asylum again. 4-6. Rocky Weeks for the Potato Men. Manny for the Potato Men in 8th. Baggy for the Bionics in 9th. Aldo for Mental Asylum Racing in 10th. Taties for the Bionics. Dodgies for the Potato Men. I'm not sure which team you're racing for actually, Gravel. Might just be a stand-in. I'm not sure which team for. And Pilgrim Racing, what are you for? The Mental Asylum Racing. So Raoul takes race lead from Benny. Purple sector as well, Raoul. Stop it. So it's looking to be a really good result here for Team Bionic Sendits. First, second and third. If Champ Champ can fend off the attacks of Dylan and Reg GT, that is. These two still battling it out though. Out in the background, who's just run wide, it's Valium. That's put him out of the fight now for third, fourth and fifth. Rocking Weeks has managed to get through, so he takes 6. GT. So still pretty close all over the track then. Final lap. Champ just holding on to that third position. Dylan looking for any way past him. Different lines through there. This is just going to allow Reg GT to pick whatever line he wants. Rocking Weeks as well. He's 1.4 seconds back, so a bit of work to do if he's looking to make anything of this race. Valium 7th then. Manny in 8th, Baggy 9th, Aldo 10th. Tatey 11th, Dodgy 12th, Gravel 13th, Pilgrim at the back in 14th. Watch Raoul come down this hill, then start stretching his lead now. 1.6 seconds from fellow German Benny. Dukes, I've got more games for the VR. Dukes, I'm coming back round Friday. It's going to be mad. I'm going to make you throw up. Raoul then a final couple of turns to go. First, second and third. Oh no, it's not. Dylan's got himself through. Got himself past Champ Champ. What happened there? So it's not a first, second and third for Team Bionic Sendits. It's going to be a first and second. Still good results. So first place for Raoul. Second place for Benny. Third for Dylan. 4th for Champ, 5th for Red GT, 6th for Mocking Week, 7th for Valium, 8th for Manny, 9th for Baggy, 10th for Aldo. Tatey going to come home to take 11th. Still pretty close on track after that 15-minute race. Majority of drivers anyway. Dodgy going to come home to take 13th. Pilgrim has already crossed the line. We just wait for gravel around this final turn. Take that 13th position. So yes, new driver tonight, Gravel. Or Gravel. Well, I didn't see him spinning off track. So he wasn't, you know, bad driver or anything. He just maybe didn't like the car, not keen on the track. Who knows? So that was round 2 of the multi-class league from P1. Do you know what I need to do? Have I got all the images? I bet I haven't. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. No, I haven't got it. All right. I haven't got it. I don't know which race is coming up next. I have no idea. Dukes. Any Dark Smoker merch coming this week? I'm hoping it's coming this week, Dukes. I'm hoping it's coming this week because I'm off work, so I'm hoping that I've got time to sort of chuck posts and get orders sorted and things like that, you know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm hoping the merch is here this week. As soon as it drops, there'll be a post up on Facebook. Don't you worry about that. But yes, that was round 2 of Archie's Journey and the We Are Driven team in their multi-class league, racing for P1. So again, it's a different car, different class, different track every week. All the drivers were asked to pick a track and a car. And I think the settings have just almost be randomised. So yeah, it's a completely random set of cars. I myself picked the 1965 Mini. I did pick Brands Hatch, but a particular German wasn't listening. Got to get that cough sorted out. Only happens when I mention someone's name. A few shouts out from the boys. No problem, boys. Yeah, I did pick Brands Hatch, but for some reason we're racing it somewhere completely different. Northern Isle. I don't even know what the track that is, to be honest. Might have to go and have a look in a minute. So we are back Wednesday. The mini league is being chatted about. I've not seen an actual start date yet, but the mini league is being chatted about. So that's usually on a Mondays, but not yet. So back Wednesday at 8:30 for the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League hosted by MRC. Thursday we've got, have we still got the Renaults? Have we still got the final round of the Renaults? Hold on a minute, because I can have a look at that. Yes, Suzuka Circuit, because we did Auto Polis last week. Right, so yes, final round of the Renaults on Thursday. That's 9 o'clock. Same time, place, same place. And then back next Sunday for the next round of this. Again, I don't know where we're at. What car, what track, what class, anything like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much going to be it for the stream. But don't forget, I've got the stickers coming up. I've got the shirts coming up, as Duco has just mentioned. Hopefully this week. If they drop, you'll know about it. Don't you worry about it. Other than that, if you fancy helping my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker. Also, make sure you get yourselves over to these pages. So the We Are Driven, the Archie's Journey, the Bradley Lowry Foundation. Go give them some love on Facebook, and then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey. Donate there if you can as well. Appreciated. Again, other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. Give it a like, give it a comment, a subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.